Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news hard data on the coming economic retreat is only marginally easier to find today. Equities and commodities are up today. But US jobless claims rose by 249,000 last week, about the expected seasonal rise though. There are now 1.65 million people on these benefits, the first actual rise since the end of February. Meanwhile, retail sales unexpectedly rose 0.3% in May from April, following a 0.4% increase in April and beating the forecast of a 0.1% slip. But these sales are only 2.8% higher than the year ago levels and far less than can be accounted for by inflation. US industrial production, however, fell 0.2% in May from April when a small 0.1% rise was expected. And China released a set of May economic activity data, and it was relatively weak for them. Even the retail sales gain of 12.7% from year ago levels needs to be seen in the context of very low year ago base. Real estate investment fell 7.2% year on year, but electricity production rose 5.6%. While their jobless rate remained unchanged at 5.2%, their troubling youth jobless rate worsened, hitting 20.8% at the end of May, up from 20.4% in April. The weak data triggered another unexpected cut to a key interest rate tied to their property development sector. Against this Dow data, and somewhat unexpectedly, Japanese exports edged higher in May. That may be because Japanese machinery orders rose in April, according to data released yesterday. In Europe, the ECB raised interest rates by another 25 basis points at its overnight meeting. That takes its key policy rate to 4%, the highest level since 2008. It was their 8th consecutive rate hike, even though the region entered a recession at the beginning of 2023. In Australia, there was an unexpectedly large surge in employment in May, with more than 76,000 new jobs added. Analysts now think the RBA will raise rates again to rein in the expansion. Globally, container shipping freight rates fell a rather sharp 5% last week, continuing their long retreat and now at a faster pace. The US Treasury 10-year yield will start today at 3.73% and down 8 basis points. Bond markets don't seem to be buying yesterday's Fed projections. But Wall Street is up more than 1.4% on the S&P 500 in Thursday trade. The price of gold will start today much recovered, up $16 at $1,960 an ounce. And oil prices are up $2 today to be just under $71 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price just on $75.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today up to 62.3 US cents and back to a 3-week high, against the Aussie with 0.75% lower at 90.6 Australian cents, against the euro also lower at 56.9 euro cents. That means our trade weight index is now down to 20 basis points at 69.8. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.